guys, what is up, and welcome to round number 5 of the Dragon Ball Super Card Game Regional Championship Qualifier here at Otakon in Washington, D.C. We have, you might have heard of him, Pro Play Games professional player Marcel Russell on the left, playing Ultimate Box Vegeta, and he has a little homebrew for you guys, a little something he brewed up that's, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's quite the deck. On the right, we have Nicholas playing SS3 Son Goku. Can't wait to see this deck. Can't wait to see both these players play. Should be two amazing decks, two amazing players. Guys, let me know in chat who you guys think will win. The Vegeta Master himself playing the new Ultimate Box Vegeta. How cool is that, guys? It doesn't get much cooler than that. All right, Marcel leading off with the 1-drop Bardock. Pretty good card. Going to take a damage, put it out. And it says it's a 1-drop that has swap 2 for no cost. So he's actually pay 1, you take a life, and you can play a 2-drop for free. Pretty good investment. A lot of people like to use that with apes. They use the Bardock ape to evolve on top of him, which you can also do as well. So you're playing a 4-drop 20k blocker double strike for 1 or for 2 energy. Pretty good investment as well. So since Marcel's attacking, I'm guessing there's going to be a swap coming out here. Nicholas is going to take that, go to 5. Marcel's swapping into probably Goats in here. No, another one. Taking a life. Oh, actually, he just swapped into nothing. I'm sorry. You can swap 2 and then swap and then go into nothing. So he just swapped into nothing and then played it out again. That's my fault. At first, I was a little flabbergasted. All right, and it looks like Nicholas is going to block with a Gohan. Marcel's swapping 0 or 2 for nothing again. Playing him out again, taking the energy. Remember, once Vegeta, every time Vegeta attacks is a 15k, but the first time he attacks, it's actually pretty ridiculous because what he's going to be able to do is take a card out of his energy and put it into his hand and then put another card out of his energy. So he's essentially going to be able to ready an energy, which is pretty cool. This deck looks pretty spicy. Oh, thank you so much, man. It's nice to hear your voice, Dusty. Thank you so much. I'm actually going a little hoarse. A little dry here, but we'll get through it. We're trying to do some pretty cool things. Hakai indeed, my friend. Awesome to see you, and thank you so much for tuning in and supporting the stream, man. We really, really appreciate it. Okay, he's going to pay 1 for the Overwhelm Bardock. We'll tell you guys what this card does. This might be pretty familiar. It might be pretty unfamiliar to some of you. This is a Ultimate Box card, new Overwhelm card. It's actually pretty powerful when used in the right deck here. So we're gonna pull this up real quick. Don't want to mess it up at all. All right, here we go. I got my keyboard turned off. That's unfortunate. Alright, so it's Overwhelm 3, active made once per turn. If you have placed a card in your energy area during your charge phase this turn, and you have less energy than your opponent, choose one of your opponent's energy and send it to their warp. So that's what Mr. Marcel Russell is going to do here. He's going to knock his opponent back down to 1 energy. Pretty sick play. He's going to play Planet Vegeta down, look through his deck. Find a Saiyan of his choice here. Gets a Champion Pack Super Combo. Looks pretty sick. Sick background here. All right, Marcel passing turn. Nicholas still on the old 2 energy now. Pretty cool set of play there that Marcel did. Essentially what he's doing is he's using these cards to fill up his drop area very quickly so he can turn 1, play out the Bardock. Massane, I'm sorry. Destroy Nicholas's energy and then use that to essentially set back SS3. Turn SS3 into... I'm just going to take 2 life to play 1 energy. Really neat set of plays. Marcel play a second yellow energy. Marcel's fishing through his deck, trying to find a Saiyan here. Find another Bardock. What's really cool with this is like this card is kind of meant to be only used like 1 time, maybe twice. But what's really cool what Marcel's doing here is when he attacks with the Vegeta, he gets to return an energy to his hand. So what he'll do is he'll use the energy, and then he'll return it to his hand. And then when he attacks with Vegeta, it will he'll have less energy than his opponent, and he can continue to blow up energy with the Mass Saiyan. It's actually a really cool strategy, and one that seems to be working out pretty well for him here. All right, swapping into Goten. All right, stacking 10K. Into the leader here. Gets a look at the top 3. Choose a card, put the rest on the bottom. All right, putting the other 2 on the bottom. Didn't see what he took there. And attacking with Vegeta, gets to draw a card and return Papa Gohan to his hand here. Which you can actually play out if you wanted to as a blocker. I'm going to add 2 cards. Add 1 card to his drop, 1 to the field here. And what's really cool is this deck can operate off of just 1 or 2 energy a turn because it gets to evolve into the apes. Really cool deck idea. Like I said, guys, Marcel had a spicy build. Nicholas going to combo through that. Does not want to take that damage. And there comes down the Mass Saiyan yet again. Nicholas is giving his card a little read over. And like we thought, he chooses the blue energy, leaving Nicholas with just 1 black energy. Pretty devastating. What's up, my man?
Marcel Russell. With a draw. Oh, both of these guys have a draw.
I know.
They were like table 4 or something.
Yeah. Pretty sick deck, though.
Peter Katani still going strong. Undefeated record. No draws.
No draws. Not 1 draw.
Not 1. Not a single 1.
Cannot do it.
Is there a Vegeta's lineage? Yeah, right.
Is there a what?
Is there a Vegeta's lineage? Think they'll ever come out with that?
Possibly, because you have like
Because what? I mean, you have like Trunks and
Trunks and Pan.
Pan. Wait, Pan?
Yeah, is it Pan Vegeta's?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think so, right? Or no, wait, no. Pan is Gohan's daughter, right?
Yeah, go on. I believe.
Yeah. No, what's it called? It's like Booyah then, or whatever. Remember like the other one?
Bula.
Bula. That's it. Bula. So
Bula.
I knew it was something like that. Right. So you have Booyah and Bulma and Trunks. And Trunks doesn't have a son yet, right?
No.
Or like anything. So there you go.
I don't know. They don't have a big family, I guess.
Not yet. To be honest with you, Vegeta doesn't seem like a family man.
Oh, King Vegeta.
Yeah, Vegeta doesn't seem like a. Well, I guess you could go down. I guess you could go down like King Vegeta.
Yeah, King.
Yeah.
Nappa.
Nappa's lineage.
I don't know.
I wonder if Raditz will ever be in Goku lineage.
Yeah, I know, right? Where's the Raditz cards?
Yeah,
Where's the
Raditz,
actual
Raditz
Nappa
is like
cards? Because we had a Nappa filler card.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, here's a Nappa card that's shitty common. It's like, damn it, Bandai. Give me a good Nappa. Give me a super rare Nappa.
All right. Marcel choosing not to return the Mass Saiyan to his hand with a flute, which tells me he just has a second one in his hand. I can't see his hand, this tell for sure, but I don't think he would just break the lock. But I'm not sure. I can't quite see his hand. All these players keeping their cards tight to their chest.
Yes. Marcel is actually very known for that. Oh wow, Nicholas is actually on Mono Blue SS3.
Yep.
Sweet. Good to see the deck still alive. I was getting worried for a second. I'm like, wait, nobody's playing this anymore.
I haven't seen Vegeta yet. I've been looking. So 15,000. All right, so we're going to check out the Mass Saiyan situation. I'm not sure what happened. I think maybe Marcel might have actually comboed with it. He just kind of... George, did you ask him about Mass Saiyan? Did you ask him about Mass Saiyan?
Yeah.
Did he combo with it? Yeah, that's what I figured, yeah.
Yeah, he just comboed with it.
Yeah, he just shortcutted it, guys. I'm sorry. Pretty good board state by Marcel Russell over here.
Jeez.
Looking pretty good.
He's got a blocker, he's got a card advantage engine, and he's got lethal.
There's not much more you can have, to be honest.
Nope. Marcel charging that second energy. Did you do all that on turn one?
No. He keeps...
Oh, he keeps putting the card back?
Yeah. Like, so what he keeps doing is he'll play his energy, and then he'll use that energy, and then he'll return it to his hand with Vegeta, and then play the Mass Saiyan that blows up.
Okay.
Like this guy right here.
It's pretty devastating.
Oh, yeah. But he doesn't have less than energy than his opponent, so he doesn't get to blow anything up.
Well, that's pretty unfair.
Yeah.
Marcel has like 6 creatures on board.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, his opponent just trying everything.
Double beam. And if there's any way that he survives this turn, it's that way.
Yeah, 25K. I love the Goten, man. Attacking for Goten, look at top 3. Holy moly.
Holy moly.
Choosing one. I thought I saw.
I don't think Marcel.
Yeah,
I don't think Marcel's gonna combo up into this 25K SS3, but definitely wants to get that attack in to net an extra card. We'll see if he actually pushes with the Bardock. Do you think he's gonna push with the Bardock? I mean, his opponent's at 3 with double beam. I think we just pass here, right?
Yeah, I think we return this.
We call it success, and we just pass after fluting back the Mass Saiyan. I think that's good enough, right? Pass.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good where we're at right now.
I feel pretty good. Just pass with 5 creatures on board. Mass Aim play for next turn.
SS3, one black energy. Just can't get out of this energy lock.
Vegeta can get back that Bardock to dig Marcel one more deeper into his life. Drop another Goten. Whatever, big deal. No big deal.
Yeah, what's scary here is Marcel's at 2 life, but like he has 4 blockers on board. One thing Nicholas could do, though, not going to be able to do probably at this event, but one thing these mono blue decks could do is use the Kai that taps for energy. What's it, like resting Kai or whatever? The time, you know what I'm talking about? The Kai that you can play out. It's like the 2-drop, has barrier.
Majin Defier, West Supreme Kai.
Yeah. Maybe they can put some of those on the sideboard for this matchup.
That'd be great, yeah.
Just play one out, don't use it, play one out, don't use it, and then you can get like a 4-drop out.
Yep.
Or maybe just objection would be better.
I mean,
you have to get ahead. Yeah. You have to get ahead because like he can only blow up 1 energy a turn, so you just have to get ahead like once or twice so that you can break the lock. But right now it's just, man, I don't know how SS3 is going to beat this lock.
That Mass Saiyan is too strong. Too strong. Grandpa Gohan.
What you gonna do?
That guy's insane.
He's a blocker. He gets to cheat stuff into play. Videl putting a power counter on Goten, drawing a card. Draws another Goten.
By the way, that counter, PPG dice. Oh yeah, Mr. Marcel Russell.
He has access to 2 Mamas and a Champa, chooses the Champa.
Marcel loves his Champa.
This Mass Saiyan's from Ultima Box, right?
Yes. Pick up those Mass Saiyans, guys.
pretty devastating position that Nicholas is in here. Gonna tap 2, play Mafuba on the Mass Saiyan. Another Mass Saiyan. Holy moly. At this point, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I see what Nicholas is trying to do. He's trying to limit the Mass Saiyan ability from Marcel, which is very smart, but the problem here is that, yeah, Nicholas is just going to scoop it up. I mean, I understand what Nicholas is trying to do, but the problem is it doesn't, he's so far behind at this point. Stopping the Mass Saiyan doesn't really do anything. There's, you know, 3 4-drop apes out in the field, plus 2 Gotens. It doesn't matter if you stop your energy from being blown up. You still have 2 energy to all this stuff. You just have no way to get back into the game. It's going to be pretty tough, I think, for SS3 to beat this without a sideboard dedicated, well, not like a whole sideboard, but you have to have a couple key cards in your sideboard ready for this deck. Seems like a pretty good deck.
Oh yeah, super, super good. I don't know what Nicholas could do, if not much, really. Seems almost hopeless against his Vegeta deck. Marcel going back to his tried and tested Vegeta, and it's paying off. Looks almost unbeatable.
Yeah, I guess this particular matchup for sure, but there's definitely, I think, definitely leaders I think that are pretty well suited to match up against this. I think androids would have a very good matchup against this deck.
Yeah.
They can play their threats on 2 energy, and those threats aren't threats to be scoffed at. Especially if one of those threats is one of the like critical 17, next turn attack you for 20k critical into, you know, playing out a 17 or 18 for 1 energy. So there's definitely ways to get around this, but I think you have to be prepared for it. This is a deck that needs to be on your radar, and you need to be like, you know what, I have to have a plan for this deck. And I think right now, no one's going to have a plan for this deck.
Marcel out here setting trends with Vegeta.
Well, I tell you, that's what happens when you give the Vegeta Master a new Vegeta.
I told Bandai not to do it. They really didn't. They didn't take our word. So I wonder if Nicholas does side those Majin Defiers, West Supreme Kai. I wonder if he sides anything really. Did he even know about this deck going in? Maybe. Who knows? Like it's just very hard because the SS3 deck just relies generally on a lot of energy, and it starts with extra energy. So it's kind of like a deck that even if you make Vegeta go first, you start off with more energy usually most of the time. That's the point of your deck, right? That's why you're playing SS3, so you can play your heavy drop cards on like less energy. What do you do here? If I'm him, I side out on my high drops because those are never resolving.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it's not an easy solution, to be honest. I feel like this is just the silver bullet deck that might just hit this SS3 blue. We might have to go back to a more mid-range approach. Control might just be a little bit phased out again.
Maybe. I mean, I think maybe you can get around it by going like objection into, like going turn 1, get your energy into objection. That puts you up to 3 energy. They can knock you back down to 2 though. I don't know. It's hard to get out of the lock. Maybe Cold Bloodlust. Right? Maybe we just build a Cold Bloodlust.
I mean, that might be it.
Like a Cold Bloodlust control deck. Just mulligan for your Cold Bloodlust and just Cold Bloodlust like the first one. It's tough though, because like nothing. Here's Marcel swapping into another Goten. Unbelievable. 2 Gotens here is going to allow him to dig for the pieces of the combo he needs to go off. Playing another Bardock. Take another life. Swinging for Goten. Look at the top 3 here. Choosing a mystery card, putting it in his hand. Can't wait to see how the rest of the turn plays out. It's possible. It looks like he does have another Goten in hand. I think it's his most card there. 1, 2, 3. Gets a Trunks, which he does need to ready his energy. If he does that, he could actually possibly swap into nothing. I like Nicholas's approach to how to stop this. Nicholas has just not used his ability. He's like, I'll just play energy like I'm supposed to. I'll not use Goku's front side. Extremely intelligent and very smart play from Nicholas here. Yep, there's the Trunks to ready energy. He could play Planet Vegeta. Marcel could play Planet Vegeta, search another Goten. Alright, he's awakened, ready his 2 energy. Search for a swap card. Not much to say, really, man. Marcel Russell just wrecking this, man. This deck looks so good.
Overwhelmingly. Then again, this has to be its best matchup.
Right. Obviously,
I don't think it gets better than that.
No. Obviously, it's built to play on SS3, but I think Nicholas doing a great job here, just deciding to go under it and not using his ability. I really like that. It's really smart. The problem is, like, I don't think Nicholas can ever win off 1 energy, though. And Marcel absolutely can. And I'm trying to think, man. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little lacking commentary here. I'm just actually trying to figure out a way to break through this as SS3 player. And I think this might be one of the first times we've seen a deck just maybe might not be able to beat the other deck. Like in Dragon Ball, we always seem to have, like, you can always have a percentage chance of winning, but I think this actually might be really close to 0% chance of winning.
Yeah.
Like it's might be like 5% chance to win, maybe. Like
it's got us stumped, to be honest. It's got me stumped too.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm not talking. I'm trying to think. I'm like, but like Nicholas is in a situation where if he plays an energy, it's blown up. So he can only have one energy ever, and Marcel always gets two. But his energy efficiency is much better than Nicholas's. So like, how does he ever overcome that? Like, Marcel can play 4 energy blocker apes, then untap at the end of the turn for 1 energy, and Nicholas can, you know, play a boo. You know, it's not even close. I'm just not sure how Nicholas gets out of this. I mean, he can combo, he can not die, but it's like, it's really for nothing. Plus Marcel gets to cycle through his deck and look at 2 cards next turn. Like, it's gonna be rough.
It's funny, these guys were brewing this deck like for a while, and for them to finally spill the beans last night, it was just insane. You know, all the patrons.
Silent K18 says, Dusty, it's simple to break through. Use Trio D Ranger extra card. What the heck is that, dude?
Danger extra card. Oh, the Dangerous Triangle.
Yeah, but how do you...
It stops all skills.
That's a fill card, though, right?
Yeah. But you have to. Like,
but you have to have them all, right?
Yeah.
And how are you going to do that on
simple.
one energy?
What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. You guys are trolling me. Okay,
yeah,
I get it.
Like,
I sniff it out.
You slide it onto the field while your opponent's not looking.
Right.
You pull a marquise or something.
All right, draw a card.
Ooh, I love those gold event pack cards, man. I've always just wanted to find a reason.
They actually look really cool.
No, they look really.
I'm actually kind of mad that they look so cool.
People are like underappreciating the value of event packs and the rarities and stuff like that. Is he attacking with Boo? Am I?
Yeah. Trying to kill these Gotens.
Desperate measures.
You can't let him have these Gotens.
Desperate measures. That Goten's some serious business, like, for real.
It's so good. It just digs so much, and it helps him get his pieces of combos. Like, oh, I don't have Flute. Okay, I found it. And I mean, oh, I don't have Marcel. Okay, I found it. And it just lets you get the pieces. I mean, like, Marcel's deck is essentially like a combo deck, right? He's trying to find these certain pieces and lock you out.
Yeah.
But like the problem with a combo deck is always finding your pieces reliably, and these Gotens are absolutely the key to that.
He's like, you want some keys? I got 3 different keys here. Which one do you want?
Which one do you want?
The other 3 we can ship them away.
Yeah. If you don't want them, you don't want them. 1 Champa, super combo. Videl.
John.
Yeah, you know, you guys troll me. I see you guys troll me in chat. Don't worry.
He'll get you.
Jesse's a little tired. That's fine. Sneak one in on me.
Sneak one in.
No, I'm
Kick
just
him
like...
while he's down. Kick him while he's down.
I'm flabbergasted. Like, do you try to ramp past it? And just like, I don't know. What's crazy about this card too is it's not even when it's played. It's like active main.
On what?
On the Marcel.
Oh, the Marcel? Really?
Yeah.
It's active main?
Yeah.
So when it was played.
So you can just play it out and then return that energy you used to play it, and then be like, oh, now I have less than you. Kill your.
That's insane.
Right. It's not auto.
So if you leave it on board, it just every turn.
Yeah. You might have to have overwhelmed, but.
Oh, you have to have played an energy.
Right. But active, you know what I mean? So like he can just pay for it, play it out, then return that energy that he just used to play it to his hand with Vegeta's auto, and then play out an energy, and then go, oh cool, guess what? You're dead. Blow you up. Get ya. Then I'll just flute this back to my hand, and we'll see you next turn. SS3 Goku.
Man, this is insane, because you know what I think they should have done?
Is not make a card that costs 1 that blows up energy?
No.
Oh, okay.
The way that I think maybe they intended this card to be played is you have to make it survive until your next charge phase, and then you have to play to your energy, and as soon as you play your energy, you target something.
Okay.
I think that's maybe, knowing Bandai, the way that they actually like word things sometimes, and the way that they've messed up in the past with cards,
sure.
right? I think it's definitely something that they may have intended. Like, I think they may have had that intention when they made this card, and it just kind of came out with the wrong wording.
Right. That's one thing kind of worries me a little bit. Is that I feel like, you know, Bandai kind of does this thing where, you know, the two most unfun things in card games, number one, unanimously, has always been hand destruction. People hate not having, like, discarding cards out of their hand. Number two is, like, land destruction. And Bandai likes to skate, like, just to kind of skate the line there of playability. So, like, you know, 3 cost, discard your hand to 3 is very good, but 1 cost, blow up your energy is even better. So I think that these effects are powerful, but they shouldn't be coming out as early as they are. And this is actually a very scary deck. I'm not 100% sure how you get through it, if we're being honest. Because, like, you know, what's insane about this deck, George, that's actually just blows my mind, is not only can it destroy your lands, but it also can play out 4-drop 20k blockers for 1 energy. That's fair. You know what I mean? So not only do they find a way to lock you out of energy, but for them to do that, they have to inhibit. They have to hurt themselves. They have to hurt themselves, which is how I think Bandai was like, okay, that's balanced, because for you to actually do this every turn, you have to play at 1 energy too. Yeah. And it's whatever. But Marcel's like, I think I'm going to be playing with 1 energy, but with a 4-drop 8. Yep. So it's tough. Here comes Fu, 1-drop Fu coming out. Drawing 2 cards. Attack a 25k double strike into Marcel. Nicholas going to ready an energy. 25, 30, 35. All right, let's see here. This is 35k double striker coming in. No blockers for Marcel. Marcel is tapped out at 3 life. And Marcel's going to take it and go to 1. Nicholas playing Yajirobe, the revenge blocker. All right, we'll see what Marcel can do. Marcel 1 life to Nicholas's 4. Nicholas sideboarding Yajirobe's. I like that sideboard plan, trying to kill the apes.
Yajirobe's a good one. That is,
yeah, it's
that's Peter. Every time I look at that card,
he's thinking Peter.
I think Peter Katani. Because not only did he pilot that card, but it kind of looks like him if Peter gained like a bunch of weight.
Right.
That's pretty much Peter Katani.
And like actual hair.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think he's hit. I think he's there on the hair part.
I don't think he has that much hair now, George.
I mean,
he has
it's
that
tied up all the time. We really don't know.
Well, that's true.
He has a good amount of hair.
That's true.
I see him like do that whole like, tosses, unravels
like
hair.
the blonde girl.
Yeah, the blonde girl,
yeah.
like in the
comes out the swimming pool.
Yeah, in the swimming pool, in the beach, the sunset.
So,
yeah, he's.
I feel like you just said a bunch of stuff that's that has to do with summer right there, like beach ball, summer time. I just can't. I'm just like trying to think. What do you use to shut this deck down? It's gonna be tough.
Yajirobe's a good one.
Yajirobe's pretty decent.
Jackos can stop the Bardock if you want to stop the Bardock.
Yeah, but it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop it. It doesn't stop it. It just limits it.
I don't think there's one good answer.
Right. Yeah, the thing about Jackos, it doesn't stop the Bardock. It just returns it to your hand so you can use it later. Now, if your opponent attacks with the 1-drop Bardock for whatever reason, and you use Jocko to return the Bardock to their hand, you can kill the 1-drop Bardock off of that, sure, but it's just not going to happen. Like no one's going to pilot that correctly. And I don't think delaying your opponent a turn is going to matter too much. We'll see what Nicholas is going to do here. Marcel attacking with 10K. Nicholas does have 2 Gohans in hands. If he plays those at the right time, can maybe try to squeak in 1 damage through the second Gohan attack. All right, Marcel attacking with his ape. 20K double strike. Mafuba the ape. Gonna deal with the ape for a turn here, but Marcel's still with 1 energy open.
Oh, Shigesh is a good one. I mean, going back to Shigesh, right? You're probably playing Bloodlust with Shigesh, right? So you have access to.
Yeah, I mean, Shigesh is good, but it's so easy for the Vegeta just.
Bloodlust.
But the Vegeta just puts in Coronas, and then like you can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no, I agree. Shigesh is a great way to cheat in cards and try to like get around the lock, but.
I mean, it'll shut down your Shigeshes, but then you're in yellow anyways because you're yellow.
Yeah.
Frieza's Clan anyways, probably for Frieza's army.
Yeah.
And then you just play Bloodlust.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's okay, but I think they can outmass Sandy though. Like so, like they'll play out the mass. They'll play out the mass sand. You Kobalust it. They flute it back to their hand, and they're gonna play it next time, right? And so, like you have to have multiple Bloodlusts to try to get ahead. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little surprised that Marcel attacked into Mafuba energy open, but see what happens. 15K into Marcel. Nicholas drawing a card here.
How many cards in Marcel's hand?
A whole bunch.
I feel like there's a lot.
Small novel. Nicholas has to be careful too because he's at 2 life. It's very, very easy to Marcel runs Chomp on the deck. It's very easy if Marcel survives this without too much damage from his hand, that he'll just swing with leader and double strike KO. So
this has to be the final turn for both of them. It has to be.
Yeah, it is. So like Nicholas is deciding this is going to be my last turn. I'm making this my last turn. I'm going to go to 1 life here, or draw a card. I mean, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to take you down. 25, 30, 30K into 15. Another overwhelm card could be pretty devastating for Marcel. It's actually possible that the overwhelm might just be the key in this deck. You just decide we're in a bunch more overwhelm cards maybe. Like Fu is very good.
Matt might be making a comeback, yeah. The 5
5 drop.
yeah,
absolutely. I mean, just killing this Goten's will slow the deck down enough, I think, where you might be able to like
do something.
Yeah, because the problem is it's really hard for Marcel to brick when he has 2 Goten's out there.
Yeah.
But if you can remove those Goten's, then it's much more likely that he doesn't draw every piece that he needs every turn, you know?
Because there's only pieces that do anything with another copy. You're like Bardock and Bardock Ape. You can't do anything with Bardock Ape if you don't have the Bardock, right?
Yeah, because Marcel's on the ropes here a little bit, but it's mostly due to him just being, I think, a little overconfident, and that has nothing to do with the matchup at all. Plus, Nicholas has done a great job responding to this deck that he's playing against, too.
Yeah,
like we saw him.
He's learning it along the way.
Very well on the way, too. Much better than I could ever imagine. I would just be like,
wow, did Marcel just out-combo that? Marcel lived.
I know. That's what I mean. We haven't seen Marcel use a Piccolo all game, so it's very unlikely with 2 Goten's out that he's not going
Tried to go all in with the Majin Buu and unsuccessful.
Like I said, Marcel has access to Champa, has access to 2 Goten's, the search for the perfect card he wants here.
Yeah, the Mufuba untaps along with the battle card that's under it. Yeah. Which is not technically a battle card, but that way when the Mufuba falls off, it actually the card actually comes out untapped, yes.
I mean, I think in the rules it says something like at the beginning of your turn you untap all of your cards, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't specify like battle cards or anything. That's why your leader untaps.
Something like that.
Marcel attacking. Well, is going to attack with these 2 Goten's. Search his deck for, I would say, a Champa if he doesn't already have one in hand. I know he had one in his hand earlier. I'm not sure if he used it to combo.
No, barrier's not active in the energy area.
No. That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be insane. That's a good countermeasure,
That would
right?
be kind of cool, yeah. What they could do is just make print Dragon Balls, 7 Dragon Balls, and they'll only be used as energy and they can't be destroyed. There you go.
What?
How cool would that be? And if you got all 7 of them, you win.
Yeah, you get to 7 energy. I mean, that's pretty already wild.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty freaking almost impossible currently.
Yeah. It's impossible for SS3, right? Because they can only get to 6 energy.
Right?
So boom, solve the format.
We did it, boys.
Dusty, you are literally a genius.
Well, you know, you can guys, Bandai, if you're listening, call me anytime. I'll gladly fly over and
start designing all the cards.
Yeah, start drawing Dragon Balls, I guess, on a card. I don't know.
I really do wish the last game had Dragon Balls, actually.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah. Nicholas decided to Mufuba the Goten here. Interesting choice of energy here. Why do you think he would Mufuba this Goten right here?
Maybe he has, he has 4 10Ks in hand, so I don't know, actually.
Right, it seems
I don't know.
Somewhat questionable.
I really don't know.
I would really want my energy open so I don't get blown out by Champa. And I'm pretty sure Nicholas knows he runs Champa. Now he's tapped out, fluting the Goten back. foo.
Ooh,
Draw
and there's
2.
the foo.
Marcel could not play that foo any faster.
Running clean.
Nicholas saying, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you letting me get the 3 energy that game.
Right.
Thank you.
Almost
Very
had
good
it.
game.
Nick actually almost taking the game with the Majin Buu on 3 energy.
I mean, I can't give enough credit to Nicholas for playing that match, learning the match from start to finish, right? Because we sat down, he had no idea. We had no idea. Listen, if there's one thing I can do is talk. And that match, I could barely talk because I'm still thinking like, holy crap. I'm still kind of like a little shell shocked, to be honest. Like, that deck looks pretty scary. I'm not sure of an immediate answer, right?
Yeah.
Like, we'll go back, we'll think about it. We'll do some think tanking. We'll figure out. We'll go to the lab. We'll find something that puts up a fight. But that deck looks pretty scary. Meta warping possibly, unless I'm missing something that's is pretty obvious.
Get it? Warping.
Yeah. No. I think Overwhelm is very good against that deck. But I think there's a couple things that's pretty good against the deck. I think that Overwhelm pretty good against the deck. I think being able to get out like cheap, cards. I'll pay 1 and play this card out. It's now an Overwhelm card. It's going to do a lot of damage. Mira could be one of those good Overwhelm cards. This comes out and it's like 50k, baby. Like
huge. Yeah,
huge. I'm going to kill your ape or swing through and get the last. Like if he had a Mira there, that's game. There's no way Marcel can out-combo that. I still think that the reason why that last game was so close was due to Marcel being a little overconfident.
Yeah.
And not to Nicholas finding this magic formula that's is gonna get him there every game.
Nicholas kept his cool.
Absolutely.
He kept his cool. He was trying to figure it out. He saw what happened in game 1. That's usually what happens when you see a deck for the first time. You're like, wow, I got completely blown out, demolished. What do I do? You kind of have to look through your sideboard.
Absolutely.
See exactly what works in the matchup, what doesn't. And sometimes you just it's a matter of figuring it out while you're playing it. Nicholas is smart enough to start figuring it out. Look, showing his sideboard right now, siding out the Dragon Fist and the All-in Vegeta. Yeah. He knew that he would be self-awakened himself, right? And he knew he was never getting the 6 energy.
I mean, 6 energy, so, he was almost halfway there, which is impressive, honestly. I'm not sure exactly how we attack this deck, but I've seen some people talk about Shigesh. I like that idea. Yep, but I think it's only going to be good the first game. And then the Vegeta player just sideboards in Chronos, and it's going to be, you're in the same situation. We see people talk about Jocko. I don't really like that. I think the idea behind Jocko is to stop them from getting to Bardock. But I don't think you're necessarily losing because they're getting to Bardock. Also, Jocko doesn't stop that combo, doesn't kill it. Yeah. It just delays it.
It just delays it,
which
and you minus 1 yourself.
Right, which the deck is king at delaying you, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't care to set it 1 energy or 2 energy for the entire game. That's what it's built to do. So delaying it 1 turn is okay.
Okay, sure.
Cool, thank you.
Mafuba's good. It did put in some work.
Mafuba actually seemed pretty well, but I think Marcel attacked into Mafuba.
Yeah.
If Marcel, I think, would have maybe took a couple seconds to think about that attack before he did it, I think he never would attack into that Mafuba, and then you have this 20k blocker that you can't get through. I like the idea of Mass Sand. That's going to help you clear up the Gotens. I think Goten is the problem in the deck because Goten's searching out the combo pieces. So I think if you run attack of the deck, I would attack it through overwhelm cards and trying to pressure those Gotens, get those Gotens off the board. And then once we can figure that out, the Vegeta player might not hit the flute he needs, or might not hit the Mass Sand, and then you can get a little ahead.
A few activations.
Right, he does. He needs Trunks, he needs Mass Sand, and he needs Flute. Those 3 cards are very easy to get when you have 2 Gotens out every turn, but they're very difficult if you have to get them off the top. So, but we'll see. I'm sure we're going to see this deck more. I have a feeling, just a tiny one, that Marcel's going to make it to the top 8.
Yes.
And if he does, we're definitely going to see this deck a little bit more.
He obviously doesn't have a very good win percentage at these regionals or anything like that. I don't think he's ranked even in the top 10.
No, Marcel,
top 2
I don't think he is, honestly.
So it'd be an outside shot if he makes it, but if he does, it's going to be a good one. I really, we'll see how the rest of top 8 can deal with this deck on the fly, because as you guys know, this is the first premier event. It's the first time that the spotlight is shown on these cards to the entire world.
Absolutely.
Sure, people have been brewing their own little things, but has anybody really tried and tested this deck against premier players across the world?
Right.
No, not really. If you're not here, you're messing up.
You're messing up. That's what I'm saying. All right, guys. Well, we're going to take a little break here. Get ready for round number 6, next to last round, before we get into top 8. If you guys have any questions, let us know at ProPlayGames in the chat. Hashtag fake humble brag. If you guys have any questions, let us know in the chat at ProPlayGames Live. We'll do our best to help you out any way we can. We're going to let Blake flip over to some commercials. Guys, please check it out. And guys, thank you so much for the support. We had over 300 viewers that rounds. Unbelievable. Thank you guys so much. Honestly, we could never do this without you. Just thank you for all the feedback, all the support. Literally, guys, we wouldn't have a game without you guys.